Good morning. Today is October 30th. Hey, got 2 more days. Today and tomorrow. Then Monday we'll be back to the 1st. Today's the 30th. 5:22 in the morning. It is a Saturday. Hey, Saturday, good weekend day. Time to relax a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of a breather. And maybe you don't subscribe to that train of thought. Maybe weekends are the days that you work harder. There's my mile. Just finished that. And thanks for coming, checking on me, getting some energy. I ain't gonna lie, this morning is pretty tired this morning. I did my planks, only hit about a minute and a half, which is still good. And I've done a plank every single day for this month, 30 days. And 1 more day for the month to finish it off. Just trying to build that consistency, building that identity that this is who I am. And I am maybe not necessarily a planker, I would say, but I am a consistent person. And if I commit myself to a month to do a task, I will do it for a month. And these kind of things help to reaffirm those identities that you have, that you are consistent, self-disciplined, and committed, to what you say. Last night was our first night, our Fresh Way Fridays. Used to be Fresh Way Thursdays, now it's Fridays because everybody's schedule is a little better on Friday evenings. But yesterday was our first time in 21 weeks that we broke bread outside in a small little restaurant. And man, oh man, was that great. That was great. Just the 5 of us, and kept it going. I don't know why, but there's a remote control right here. I know I put my phone right here, but I don't know why there's a remote right there. But anyway, yeah, just the 5 of us. First time I've been out actually for myself to a public location, and it was very nice. There was barely anybody there. There's some people outside of the restaurant, but inside the restaurant it was all open air. So I think they normally do have AC, but because it's open air like that, then they don't turn it on. And because of COVID, I guess they don't want to recycle the air. Makes sense. So we got there, had some nice pork chops, some rice, and some cucumbers, and some pickled vegetables. And yeah, it was a really good meal. But more than that, it was just having friends, hanging out, tossing ideas, doing our best and worst, talking about our weeks, talking about our highlights, talking about what's going on. Oh, what was a downlight, not a highlight of the week, and what was a highlight of the week. And yeah, it's a different atmosphere to be able to enjoy a meal with friends together. Yeah. And I guess the outside atmosphere makes it enjoyable as well. Being outside and being able to do it like that. A couple weeks ago, my wife, she made some ribs. Nice, just nice, decent, full rack of ribs. Just meaty. She could put a nice sauce on it, not too overbearing, but was just really good. And I remember eating it at home. After she finished, it was piping hot rice, you know, all the good dressings of a good tasty meal. But for some reason, I was eating it, it just didn't taste like amazing. Like the flavor was very good, and I love ribs. But for some reason, the atmosphere that we were eating it in, it was just she and I, it was just our house, and we've sat at that table a million times. And I almost started to wish that meal was somewhere else. So that meal was with some other people, or that meal was in a different location, just because everything else amplifies the experience, right? Everything else, your surroundings will amplify what your enjoyment of that meal would be. And that's why, like, they talk about money, and when they're talking about going out to a restaurant, if a sommelier, he comes out and he shows you a bottle of wine, and he gives you the most vivid description of which grape it came from, where the location and the process of it, and how many years, and the whole thing, and the status of that brewery or that vineyard, that vinery. You know what I mean? When he gives you that description and then he tells you the price, it's $85, and you're like, oh, that's a bit steep. But you know what, man, what a good story that comes with. Versus you go to your local supermarket and you see the exact same bottle on the shelf. Now, what if that bottle said $85? Well, you'd say, no way. Look at all these other options I have on here. That bottle is not worth $85. Well, if the bottle there is actually, it's only $15 bottle, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll buy this bottle. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is they put a story to it. There was an atmosphere, there's a picture that they created in your mind, and so that made you willing to part with more money in your pocket. Whereas this one, there's no story, but they're just on the shelf, and it's already surrounded by many, many other bottles of wine. So context is so important, and context a lot of times shapes the way we feel about the experience that we just had. So getting back to my ribs, we're just ribs at home, amazing ribs, but just being at home, and it was been 5 months that we've been stuck in lockdown, and just like, wow, this is a good meal, but not really feeling it. Versus yesterday's meal wasn't good as those ribs that my wife made, but it just for me it was just an amazing, just great, good time experience. So being grateful for that, and trying to stay grateful. When somebody gives you something and you're just like, you're grateful, you're thankful for it, like you feel really, really good. You feel really, really good. Wow, that feeling of gratefulness, somebody thought of you, and you're giving thanks back to that person. You make that person feel better, you feel better. And so if you can consistently live in a state of gratitude, always just stopping to think, man, what was good about today? Man, what was bad about today? Well, I'm glad I have this and this and this and this, and just trying to feel like the opposite would probably be feeling entitled to, like this is what life owes me, versus no, this is what life has given me, and this is what I've worked for, but I'm just happy to have the health to be able to invest into that. So just trying to stay grateful at the same time, and yeah, context and atmosphere makes the best meals possible. So yeah, I'm still continuing that book, The Unfair Advantage. It's still talking about our mindset, and sometimes he says we have like a ground mindset and we're stuck in the ground, and we look up and we'd say, never, oh never can I be like that bird, never can I fly. And so, but that ground mindset actually keeps us on the ground, versus the other mindset some people may have is maybe on the other extreme, like, oh, I'm going to be the next Jeff Bezos. Like, okay, like that's never going to happen. There's only one Jeff Bezos. There's only one Elon Musk. Like, these men are the richest men in the world, but too lofty high goals, then that's no good as well, because you end up being too high, and then you shoot for that, and then you fall, and then you're like, oh man, you hurt yourself in the process. So in the Unfair Advantage, they talk about having like a mixed, ground mindset and also sky mindset, and having realistic boundaries upon yourself, but not letting those things limit you from pushing ahead. So learning how to have a different mindset. So that's part number 1. And yeah, I'm just getting into the book, enjoying it, and I'll share more thoughts like this with you later. All right, I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. These mosquitoes suck today. But thank you very much for checking up on me, saying hello. Please drop a comment in the comments down below. Please let me know you've watched it, and hey, subscribe if you like it, and hit the like button for me as well too, so that maybe get recommended to more people, and then I can share this with more friends of mine. You guys are amazing, awesome, great. Keep it up, and self-discipline is the name of the game. And have a good weekend. Yeah, you guys, everybody have a great weekend. Love you guys, and aloha. Take care.